Hello. First of all, I want to apologize for being late tonight. I usually no, excuse me. I usually we go on at 7 o'clock. So I am late because I'm excited to wanted to talk about the topic that kept me late. Dr. Karen Wolf is a uh, functional medicine doctor. She's a health coach. She does a lot of things on in the arena of nutritional medicine, and she works with us and is a mentor of ours in providing health related topics and coaching with your nurse advocate. So that is one of the area of services that we have. So she did a webinar tonight that was on nutrigenomic testing. And so it just completed, and I didn't want to schedule this live prior to that because I wasn't sure if we were going to go over the hour, and we did. So I'm glad I didn't schedule it and be late and have everybody wondering where I was. So uh, first, I want to say, Linda, just want to thank everybody for the well wishes. Linda is got a lot of things going on, a lot of family health challenges, and so hoping that Linda will be joining me again soon. And we've been keeping in close contact, working behind the scenes together. So I'm going to take this solo tonight. So what I put in, let's see if I put it in the chat. Let me try it again. It's nutrigenomic testing. And what is that? That's a big word. So what it is you can give a DNA sample, and I'm going to try and make this as simple as possible to understand. So there are health companies out there that take your DNA, and there's already markers for the variations of the genes that you have. We only have about 22,000 genes. Everybody has, so there aren't these billions of genes. So in these genes, there are variations that could increase your risk factors based on the variations in the genes. And so the technology is so awesome that they can take a look at your genes, they put them in different categories, and they actually can look at nutritionally what your risks might be so that you have an opportunity to target your risk areas and focus on lifestyle changes or supporting those systems that are at risk. The testing doesn't say, okay, there's no diagnosis there, so it's nothing like that. But what they are able to tell you is that based on these variation in genes, there could be some predisposition, or you could, lean more way than other based on these variations. And the genetic testing can actually rate these variations, and so you get a kind of a rating that puts you at a no risk, a mild risk, moderate, and a high risk. So, for example, some of the categories they can look at, and there's two sets really of the nutrigenomic testing, and looks at body testing and also looks at mind testing. So, on the mind testing is, do you have any gene variations that may predispose you to dementia, addictions, depression, psychosis, or other mental disorders? So very, very powerful. And on the body side, things like, bone disease, arthritis, if you have, if you don't detox well, like if your liver is at risk, or caffeine sensitivity or insulin sensitivity to predispose you to diabetes, just all of these things they can tell through your gene testing. And the awesome thing is as we work with Dr. Karen as a practitioner, she can order these tests, and then through us in being able to coach you, we get the results, and we put together a plan to help you support those areas that you may need to focus on. It's just so amazing. And so they took an example. There's an Akuti gene and that they did in mice, and when they have this variation, it causes the mouse to have a yellow coat, very fat, they're predisposed to cardiovascular disease, high cholesterol, and all this kind of stuff. So when they did the testing and they found the gene and what, after analyzing the gene, they found out what they needed support in what areas. So what they did is they took two mice with the same genetic variation, so two fat yellow mama mice, and they got pregnant, and the one a mouse didn't get any of the nutritional support and supplements to counteract or kind of try to change the direction or kind of tone down and try and squash the predisposition, so to speak, for that disease or that disposition. And then the bee mama, she didn't get anything. They just let her have, her babies and didn't give her any nutritional support or supplemental support that could affect calming down those dispositions. So it was amazing because then the mama mouse that had the supplementation and the nutritional support had offspring that did not have the Akuti gene, and they were regular brown, looking mice. So I know that's probably way more than what a lot of you want to know, but as a nurse, I found that extremely fascinating, and how by knowing what our genes are and what we're predisposed to, that we can actually make lifestyle changes with awareness to be able to shut down, or calm down those predispositions and change the course, so to speak, because we can't change our genes. I mean, we're dealt those when we're born and when we're conceived, and so we can't change the course of our genes. But through this nutrigenomic testing and making lifestyle changes, diet changes, what foods, what types of vegetables or what types of foods, are you sensitive to inflammation? So, do you have to watch the red meat? So all of these things are discovered with this testing. It's awesome. I was just so impressed and blown away. And the impact is huge because we can individualize and customize a plan and help coach and really, really make an impact with a very personalized, because no two people are going to be the same. I mean, you may not have, for example, there's a test that could, shows how you're predisposed to processing alcohol. So are you predisposed to having horrible hangovers? Or are you one that metabolizes alcohol pretty quickly and gets rid of it? Your liver detoxifies it and it doesn't build up and doesn't cause problems. So, I mean, those are maybe that was a bad choice to choose alcohol, but it was what came to my mind as an example because the liver is detox. I could use another example. So if maybe you're weak in the liver area and need more help with glutathione to increase, your liver support to be able to detox, well, then maybe Tylenol would not be a good choice for using for mild pain relief. So maybe that's a better example, so to speak, with, gaining the information that we have. So bottom line is that this testing is available. It's very reasonable. It's depending on the test that you want to go. It's between $300 and $400 to have this genomic testing done. It needs to be ordered by a practitioner. Dr. Karen, as our business mentor, and we are part of her wellness, her WellPro team and community. We are very, very fortunate to have access to Dr. Karen, and we can get these tests ordered. Dr. Karen is very willing to work with us to get consultations done and for us to be able to help you implement plans. So just really, really super exciting information. I personally have not done the genomic testing before. I'm going to go ahead and get that testing because, if it's going to tell me that my vegetable of choice is going to be broccoli because I have a detox issue, because I have some arthritis and some inflammation and some bone issues. Well, if that's what I need to do, well, heck, I'm going to start eating a lot more broccoli. So again, the testing, is not for everyone. Not everybody wants to share their DNA, and I get that. But for those of you that are open and would like to do something to get really that specific knowledge, so that that very personalized plan can be put in place for you to be able to have a choose lifestyle and nutrition choices that could help, in those areas of genetic so-called weaknesses or predispositions. I know many of us would really want to jump on board and do that. So I just wanted to take a few minutes. We are lining up, summer's winding down. We are lining up a full schedule for talks with more health practitioners starting next week. So excited about that, and we will get everything back on track. So if you want to know more about the nutrigenomic testing, please reach out, private message me, send me an email. I could give you that email. It's pam@pamdunwald.com. And if you want to shoot me an email, or again, send me an instant message, I'd be very happy to go over the details and how do you go about getting the nutrigenomic testing, and what the reports and how we work with Dr. Karen, and be very, very happy to do that. Again, super excited about what these results can share as far as the genetics and what we may be predisposed to. So super wonderful information. And again, to have that option to be able to do the mind testing as well, just super, super helpful. So with that being said, I am going to call it a night for 7:30 tonight, but this will be available recording. So if you've missed any of the information I shared on the nutrigenomic testing, just go ahead and listen. I think this whole little video has maybe been about 15 minutes. So go ahead and listen to that on the replay, and we will see you next Wednesday. Have a great night. Bye.